physical check and handover process. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh leads a roadshow in Sonarpur. BJP expresses confidence of a strong performance in the West Bengal polls. Flights resume in Tehran amid ceasefire even as Iran and US tensions persist, impacting global oil and airspace. Let's first look at the local news. The prospect of a common candidate from the MDA for the upcoming Shillong parliamentary by-election appears unlikely. Major alliance partners NPP and BJP are set to announce their own candidates. No formal discussion has taken place within the alliance on fielding a joint nominee. UDP leader Olan Sin Suin said the party will soon decide whether to contest or support a candidate. He dismissed speculation of internal rifts, describing the MDA as a stable and united alliance. Suin stated that each party follows its own ideology and the UDP will continue on its independent path. He also expressed confidence that the UDP will triple its seats in the 2028 Assembly elections.
This is only a by-election. It is not a general election. Even the MDA also has not called for a meeting. I think even the NPP also, they have not arrived at to whom the ticket will be allotted. Or the MDA also has not called for a meeting, and even we also from UDP, because from UDP we have not called for a meeting. And I think the president will still call a meeting. Then we can really understand. We can assess the situation, and definitely we can take a solution.
A 27-year-old Assamese teacher, Babana Sarma, who had gone missing, was traced in Shillong on Friday. She was found around 8 a.m. at Polo Market by traffic police personnel. The woman was later brought to Sildar police station for further procedures. Police said she is currently disoriented and unable to give a statement. Superintendent of Police Vivek Siem confirmed that Assam police have been informed. A 40-year-old man, Sumit K.R. Singha from Mauble, died following a violent altercation on Saturday morning. Police identified the accused as 42-year-old Sanjay Kumar. Sources said the dispute was triggered by suspicion of an alleged extramarital affair. During the altercation, the accused reportedly used a no parking signboard to assault the victim. The injured man was rushed to Supercare Hospital. However, he was declared brought dead by doctors. Police have arrested the accused and registered a case of murder. Nongstoin police, along with ANTF, intercepted 2 suspected drug traffickers during checking near Nongkasen village. The accused was identified as Byangdorlang Lingdok Nonglait and Morningstar Lingdok Ringait. Police said the duo was returning from Shillong on a motorcycle after procuring drugs. One accused fled on spotting police but was later apprehended with the help of the locals. The second accused was arrested the next morning from Nonba village. During a search at Sopria, police recovered 2 sling bags containing suspected drugs. Testing confirmed heroin weighing 19.69 grams, and a case under the NDPS Act has been registered. Meghalaya conducted a statewide civil defence mock exercise RMEX 1 2026, simulating air raid and blackout scenarios. In Shillong, key locations including Hotel Poinisuk, St. Anthony's School and St. Edmund's College witnessed rescue and evacuation drills. A simulated drone strike and fire incident was also carried out, with coordinated response from fire services and SDRF teams. A 2-minute statewide blackout from 7 p.m. tested public response to emergency warnings. Similar exercises were conducted across districts, including Jawai, Ampati, Kleriad, Nongpo and Mairang with active public participation. The drill assessed coordination among agencies and readiness to handle large-scale emergencies. The Dream Mission held a key stakeholders meeting at the office of the Superintendent of Police in West Garo Hills to review anti-drug initiatives. The meeting was chaired by Mission Director Francis Karsheing and attended by senior officials including SP Abraham T. Sangma and DIG Jerry R. Marak. Discussions focused on assessing ongoing interventions and strengthening coordination to tackle drug abuse in the region. Officials highlighted a WhatsApp-based community network to improve grassroots outreach and awareness. Vocational training and rehabilitation programs were emphasized to support recovery and reintegration of affected individuals. Innovative tools like QR codes and the Dream Calendar were introduced to enhance public awareness and reporting mechanisms. The government reiterated its target to establish rehabilitation centers in every district by 2026.
And how to resolve these issues. I strongly believe that the government alone will never be able to do anything on this. It is only with the participation of the community, the faith institutions, the community at large, that we will be able to do something.
The Public Health Engineering Department, Government of Meghalaya, organized the Jal Gaurav Saman program at Atsanang Playground in Rongram Block on Friday. The event felicitated Jendragre village, which received national recognition under the Har Ghar Jal initiative of the Jal Jeevan mission. PHE Minister Marcus N. Marak attended the program as the chief guest along with other dignitaries. A cheque of 50,000 rupees and a certificate were awarded to Jendragre village for its achievement. 5 villages, Sasadgre, Chandigre and Chandragre, Darichekgre and Igre Apal were also honoured for excellence in water management. Cultural performances and knowledge-sharing sessions highlighted successful practices under the mission. The minister emphasized the importance of community efforts and noted that Jendragre was among 10 Meghalaya villages selected following the Jal Mahotsav assessment.
Develop manito chanam genyaba mengsa criteria bayaba mengsa develop ko channa matgaba gung nanang geni ya Jal Jeevan mission ba sian jangi geba kham ko abating delaha abi ya ko abatingo ya ko bimal ko nukdang antine saliam geba rural e antine Meghalaya sungadang nukri ciprangosane thom ko chandina Baga bunga chunna, hagan beri licha bunga so bungasan bunga chunna. Nukdang advina si salib nani, pipe water connection 4,550 household nasan connection bunga chunna.
The district-level horticulture show was held at the parish hall in Nongpo, showcasing a wide range of agricultural produce from farmers across Rebhoi district. The exhibition was organized by the Office of the District Horticulture Officer under the Department of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Nongpo MLA Meral Bonsi Aim attended the event as the chief guest. Hundreds of farmers from across the district participated in the exhibition. Addressing the gathering, the MLA encouraged farmers and reiterated the government's commitment to their welfare. He informed that 1,710 crore rupees has been allocated till 2027 for the agriculture sector to boost farmer support.
Islam gibaladet pidimpan mang bisa nagalian kebersokar jela hakawini ban agriculture ban allied service ba allied sector kabentuk yang ikam di ubun di bagi nongrep ide ban pendel ban ikam di ubun di bagi nongrep di video di bentoy bagi dokumen bagi itu iki bangan Islam agar aku rib aku nyo Kajing penmang pisah Nagaland jong kesokan jelas. Agak beri berketenan jong garek ngarian jong agriculture and allied sector di Pak. Kalong kumba siaga nyuspa sipok lurukan. Kata kini penmang pisah nak bentang Islam anaga atau beriuk atau penyok.
Residents of Shnongrim village in East Jaintia Hills met JHADC CEM Thombor Shiwat opposing the proposed Lum Sirman Limestone Block A project. The project by MS Shri Cement Limited involves mining over 217 hectares and setting up a coal mining plant. A public hearing for the project was scheduled on April 22nd. Landowners raised concerns over a notice issued by the Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board on April 17th. They alleged that the company proceeded without obtaining consent from rightful landowners. The residents claimed no lease or sale agreement was executed for the land in question. They also asserted ownership backed by documents from the Doloi and JHADC land holding certificate.
Tadi mereka tahu ngisnya kulit ba kasisiman ketemu nak bantah ban klang dau tahu mosun nopo dah nopo nau tahu long. Tak kan rim ngi yang skam kum kinong rap jong snong rim ngi kun jong elkanong kli ngi persa ya kata ke public hearing. Tak halor jong tak kinong rim bubangi ngi thung ngi tep bat ngi yoru langba jong i ilik doloi ke perngap belabam wah dwar jong blai ilepen sisa ba ki nong jong i dong kato ni video lamba ki pata hak tu por bolong jong udoloi let belabam jan bam wah dwar jong blai pen sisa lamba jong ni ga district council hi pen sisa kadai kajaka jong ki rusmet padadu.
The JNC Central Executive Committee held a meeting to discuss challenges arising from the coal mining ban in Jaintia Hills. The meeting was led by President Sambormi Lingdaw along with other office bearers. The council stated its inability to accept provisions of the MMDR Act, citing environmental and land structure concerns. It urged for exemption from the Act to enable continuation of mining activities in the region. JNC also highlighted the need for alternative employment opportunities beyond the coal sector. The organization proposed skill development institutes and policies to promote local industrial ownership. It further stressed on boosting agriculture and setting up processing units like orange-based industries.
Mining, tengi nak yang kasang la pensyai haki. Baka MMDR Act hi karkom kuat jong ka ain mah kata ke open cast. Kami hap bat karkom man karkom long jong ka khendeu ke jongi hapo Jaintia kamtam. Ngila keren particular tangi ke Jaintia Hills ngi klem keren ke state. Bikin wan ra kita ki institute ki ban train ki kena ki ban ai ki kata ki skill ki beper bikin la ban apply kam ke nya kini ki factories. Ngilai keran rukum no ban kentiu ya kerep keriang namar kumbag gilong mentah po izain tiang imdan ya kita ki industries ki ba kini ki mariang jong ki pait ba kin la ban pendon kam kini ki industries.
The FKGGP North Khasi Hills District submitted a memorandum to the Additional Deputy Commissioner of Rebhoy seeking relocation of the GST gate at Umling. The delegation met ADC B. Rani to highlight concerns over public inconvenience. FKGGP leaders stated that the GST gate has been causing severe traffic congestion in the area. They pointed out that ongoing road construction has worsened the situation. Frequent movement and parking of heavy trucks have increased accident risks for commuters. The organization stressed that the issue poses serious safety concerns to the public. They also urged the authorities to take immediate steps to shift the GST gate to a safer location.
Kajingdan yo kati GST hantay kelap pentut bahai kali kawan jokinong lek kawan lengba kajing cek iki gitrok bagi penyang hak itu giliti dang hakini khliat tayo kini khliat si aja bun di aksiden hakite nomor ba hangte ketika liti gede bedang susna ini nak kalian keseng labu jingko bagado khas ya hapo district administration bakin yang no kita ki check gate dengan GST bakin siap nak sawai imam bakin penduk pendam sudan bakin duk nak sawai di cakap kam kulit kenang ba kali kawan jong kinung lek kawan kalsuk nomor ba kejingdam ni ketika jabi di aksiden nak kepor ini nak kalian keseng like yo kendo ya Madam Birani the additional district deputy commissioner la ong ba in session kya hai.
Here's news from the region. A candlelight vigil was held in Churachandpur to honor 2 Cookie Zoo volunteers killed while defending Mulam village. Residents and community members gathered to pay their respects to the deceased. The vigil reflected solidarity and grief over the loss of the volunteers. Participants lit candles and observed silence in their memory. Community leaders highlighted the sacrifices made in protecting their village. The incident has drawn attention to ongoing tensions in the region. Authorities continue to monitor the situation as emotions remain high.
So today the Cookie Student Organization Churachandpur organized this candlelight vigil in honor of them and to show our solidarity with the people who have suffered there because of the attack by Tangkhul militants in Okrul district. The attack is happening even now at different places. A coordinated attack by the Tangkhul militants at Cookie villages. We don't know what their motive is. We the Cookie community never provoke them. However, we are being targeted every time, especially in Okrul, where we live in close proximity with them.
NEPEX 2026, a statewide disaster preparedness exercise, will be conducted across Nagaland. The exercise is organized by the Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority with support from the NDMA. It will simulate earthquake and extreme weather scenarios to test emergency readiness. A key drill includes a 7.7 magnitude earthquake with an epicenter near Tima. Districts such as Dimapur, Kohima and Peren will be covered during the simulation. A civil defense component, Operation Night Guard, will simulate drone attacks and blackout situations. Officials emphasized that the exercise is meant to strengthen coordination and public awareness, not predict disasters.
We have what we call it as what we have termed it as the Operation Night Guard, which will also be conducted on the 30th evening, starting 6:30, which will be a civil defense preparedness activity involving siren activation and temporary blackout measures to test the emergency alert system and public responses in case of an air raid. So that is one addition that we have included this time.
Let's now look at the national news. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held a roadshow in Sonarpur Uttar Assembly constituency in South 24 Parganas in West Bengal. The event witnessed participation from party workers and supporters along the route. The roadshow comes amid ongoing political campaigning in the state. BJP leaders pointed to high voter turnout in the initial phase of elections. The party expressed confidence of a strong performance in the polls. Key issues highlighted included women's safety and concerns over infiltration. The BJP projected a significant mandate, claiming growing support among voters. Zoo authorities across parts of India have taken special measures to help animals cope with rising temperatures. Arrangements such as thatch coverings, green shade nets and water sprinklers have been installed in enclosures. The steps aim to maintain cooler conditions during the ongoing heat wave. In Patna, animals including tigers, monkeys, birds and reptiles were seen seeking relief under sprinklers and ponds. Officials said such measures are essential to prevent heat stress among animals. The Weather Department has issued heat wave warnings for several northern states. Hot and humid conditions are also likely to prevail in parts of southern India. And now let's cross over to international news. Flights resumed at Tehran's Imam Khomeini International Airport on April 25th following a ceasefire between Iran and the United States. Passenger services had remained suspended for nearly 2 months due to the ongoing conflict. US President Donald Trump had earlier extended a 2-week ceasefire to allow time for negotiations. However, Iran indicated that it does not plan to engage in talks with US officials at present. The conflict has led to widespread flight cancellations and disruption across Middle East airspace. Tensions have also impacted global oil supply, with the Strait of Hormuz largely affected. The prolonged conflict has pushed energy prices higher, raising concerns over global economic stability. And now for sports. St. Alfred Secondary School, Marangar, emerged as the overall champions at the Ribhoy District Inter-School Athletics Meet 2026. The 3-day event was organized by the Office of the District Sports Officer in Nongpo. The closing ceremony was attended by the MLA of Nongpo along with key district officials. Best Team Awards were distributed across under 14, under 16 and under 18 categories. Several schools, including MEECL Secondary School, Nongsangwu Secondary School and St. Paul's High Secondary School secured top positions. National level medal winning athletes from the district were also felicitated during the event. Selected athletes will now represent Ribhoy at the upcoming state level competition. Sip Singh Memorial Government Higher Secondary School, Nongstoin, emerged as the overall champion at the 31st West Khasi Hills Inter-School Athletic Meet 2026. The event was organized by the Office of the District Sports Officer at Nongpathar Outdoor Stadium in Pundengrai. A total of 26 schools participated in this year's district-level competition. Joel Gatpo Memorial Synod Secondary School won the Best Discipline Team Award. Anderson Higher Secondary School secured the Best March Past Contingent title. Several athletes were honoured across under 14, under 16 and under 18 categories. Nongstoin MLA Gabriel Walang attended the closing ceremony and distributed prizes. Now for the weather report. In Tura, the minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius with the maximum rising to 32 degrees Celsius and relative humidity set at 55%. In Shillong, the minimum temperature was 18 degrees Celsius with the maximum at 25 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at 70%. Meanwhile, in Jawai, the minimum temperature was 17 degrees Celsius with the maximum at 25 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity there was 68%. The forecast in Tura, Shillong and Jawai say generally cloudy skies with moderate rain is expected at many places. And for those just tuning in, here is a quick recap of today's headlines. No consensus within MDA on common candidate for Shillong by-poll as NPP and BJP move ahead. UDP maintains alliance unity. Missing Assam teacher traced in Shillong, found disoriented at Polo Market. Police initiate medical check and handover process. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh leads a roadshow in Sonarpur. The BJP expresses confidence of a strong performance in the West Bengal polls. And flights resume in Tehran amid ceasefire, even as Iran-US tensions persist, impacting global oil and airspace. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching. We'll be back same time tomorrow. Have a good evening.